What the only thing stopping you is your own mind? What if everything you dream of is already within you? Take a moment. Close your eyes. Imagine a life where you feel strong, free, and alive. That life is not far. It starts with one simple shift. Your mind. Before we dive in, like this video, subscribe, and share it with someone who needs hope today. And tell me in the comments, I am ready to shift. Section 1. The Awakening. Why your mind holds a key. There is a moment in life that feels quiet, silent, but heavy. It is the moment when you start to ask, is this all there is? You wake up, do the same things, speak the same words, live the same day, and deep inside, something whispers, I want more. Not more money, not more applause, not more likes or praise, but more life, more peace, more meaning, more of you. This is the ache for more. It is not greed. It is not selfish. It is a signal, a sign from your soul saying, you are meant for something bigger. Have you ever felt that? Sitting alone in your room, driving late at night, looking at the stars and asking, is there something greater waiting for me? If you have, then you are already awake. That whisper inside you is not random. It is the beginning of transformation. But here is the truth most people do not hear. That change you want, that life you dream of, it will not come from the outside, not from a new job, not from a new city, not even from a new relationship, because the world outside is just a reflection of the world inside. The real change starts here, in your mind. Your mind is the key. The door to your freedom is locked inside your head, and you hold the key every single day. But here's the problem. Most people never turn that key. They live their entire life with the door closed. Why? Because they think change is too big, too hard, too far away. They believe they need to change everything at once. So they wait. They wait for the perfect time, the perfect chance, the perfect feeling. And that day never comes. So they settle. They say, this is just who I am. They wear pain like a second skin. They call it normal. And slowly, they forget that they were born to rise. But you are different. You are here because something inside you still believes. You believe there is more. And you are right. The life you want is not far away. It is closer than you think. Closer than the breath you are taking now. It is on the other side of a choice. The choice to shift your mind. Think about this. Every action you take begins with a thought. Every dream you chase begins in your head before it ever touches your hands. Every breakthrough, every success, every transformation starts with one invisible thing. A mindset. Your mindset shapes your destiny. Read that again. Your mindset shapes your destiny. Not luck, not talent, not even hard work alone. Because without the right mindset, hard work becomes burnout. Without the right mindset, success feels empty. Without the right mindset, nothing lasts. But when your mind shifts, everything shifts. Your habits change. Your choices change. Your relationships change. Your life changes. So let me ask you, what stories are you telling yourself right now? What beliefs do you repeat every day? Because those stories are building your future. Your mind is the architect. Your thoughts are the bricks. And every single day, you are building something whether you know it or not. Here is the secret. If you can change your mind, you can change your life. And that change does not have to be loud or sudden. It does not need a perfect plan. It begins in silence. It begins now. It begins with a question. What if I could think differently? Most people never ask that question. They do not question their own thoughts. They live on autopilot, driven by old beliefs they never chose. Beliefs they inherited from parents, teachers, culture, pain, and fear. Beliefs that whisper, You are not enough. You will never change. This is who you are. But those are lies. You are not fixed. You are not trapped. You are not too late. Science proves it. Your brain can change at any age. It can rewire, rebuild, renew. This power is called neuroplasticity. And you have it right now. So, when life feels heavy, when change feels impossible, remember this. It is not your fault you were programmed to doubt, but it is your responsibility to rewrite the program. And you can, because everything starts in the mind. The future you dream of is not waiting somewhere out there. It is waiting inside you, behind your fear, behind your doubts, behind the old beliefs you are ready to break. This section is your awakening. The moment where you stop waiting for someone to save you and you decide to save yourself. The moment where you stop saying, one day, and you start saying, today. Take a breath. Feel this truth in your bones. You are not broken. You are becoming. And the first step of becoming is believing. Believing that your mind is not a prison. It is a doorway. And today, you are holding the key. So tell me, are you ready to open the door? If you are, then keep watching. Because in the next section, we will go deeper. We will talk about the two mindsets that control everything. The one that keeps you stuck, and the one that sets you free. Stay with me. Your new life starts now. Section 2. The power of mindset. Fix versus growth. Everything starts with your mind. Your thoughts, your beliefs, they shape the way you live. Mindset is not just a word. It is your lens. It is the way you see life, the way you see yourself. Two people can face the same problem. One will rise. The other will fall. Why? Because of mindset. There are two main types. Fixed mindset, growth mindset. Let's start with the first. A fixed mindset says this. You are who you are. You cannot change. It whispers. You are smart or you are not. You are talented or you are not. You are good enough or you are not. People with this mindset fear failure. They avoid hard things. They stay in the safe zone. Why? Because mistakes feel like proof that they are not enough. If they fail, they believe they are broken. So they play small. They settle. They quit too soon. Not because they are weak, but because they think change is not possible. Now, let's talk about growth mindset. This mindset says, I can learn. I can grow. I can become better. People with this mindset still feel fear. They still fall, but they see failure as a teacher, not as a life sentence. They try. They learn. They adapt. They rise again. Do you see the difference? Same life, same challenges, different thoughts, different destiny. This is not theory. It is real. Let me tell you a story. The story of Maya. Maya believed she was bad at math. It started in school. She failed 2 tests. A teacher said, she is more creative than logical. That one line became her truth. For years, she avoided anything with numbers, budgets, reports, jobs that needed math. She told herself, this is who I am. Not because it was true, but because she believed it. Years later, Maya read about growth mindset. She thought, what if this belief is just a story? So she tried. She downloaded a math app. She practiced for 10 minutes each day. At first, it was hard. She felt stupid, but she kept going. Slowly, something changed. She got better. She started to feel proud. She saw proof. It was never about talent. It was about belief. Maya's world opened. She applied for a job she once feared. She started budgeting. She felt strong. Why? Because she shifted her mindset. And when her mind changed, her life changed. This is the truth. Your story is not fixed. Your brain is not fixed. Science proves it. Your brain can grow. It can rewire at any age. But here is the question. Which mindset are you living with? Fix or growth? Reflection for you. Ask yourself, where do I feel stuck? Where do I say, I'm just not good at this? Is it money, love, confidence, health? Now ask, what if I could learn? What if I could grow? What would change for me? Write it down. Say it out loud. Because awareness is a first step. Your mind is your engine. It can keep you trapped, or it can set you free. In the next section, we go deeper. We will talk about belief systems, the hidden scripts that shape your world, the stories you did not choose, but live by every day. Stay with me. The shift is happening. Section 3. Belief systems, the invisible architects of life. Your life runs on beliefs. Every choice you make, every risk you take, every dream you chase or ignore. Beliefs are like invisible scripts. They tell you who you are, what you can do, what you cannot do, and most of the time, you do not question them. You think, this is just the truth. But is it? Or is it just a story? Where beliefs begin. Beliefs are not born with you. They are given to you. As a child, you absorb everything. Every word, every tone, every reaction. By the time you are 7, your subconscious mind has written most of your core beliefs. Not by choice, by exposure. You hear, money is hard. People cannot be trusted. You are too much. Or you are not enough. You see your parents fight about bills. You watch them struggle. You hear them curse rich people. And silently, a seed is planted. Money is bad. Wanting more is wrong. You try to speak your feelings. Someone says, stop crying. Be strong. Another seed. Feelings are weakness. Hide them. You do not choose these seeds. They are planted by others, but you water them every day, with thoughts, with habits, with fear. And one day, they grow into walls, walls that keep you small. The problem with old beliefs. Here is a hard truth. Beliefs do not need to be true to control you. They only need to feel familiar. Your brain loves the familiar, even if it hurts, even if it limits you. Because familiar feels safe, and safe feels like survival. That is why people stay in toxic jobs, toxic love, toxic habits. Not because they want pain, but because the unknown feels scarier. So they settle. They say, this is just life. But it is not life. It is a prison built by old beliefs. A story about Jordan. Meet Jordan. As a child, money was always tight. His parents fought about it. He heard them say, rich people are greedy. Money changes you. He absorbed those words. They became his truth. So when he grew up, he worked hard. But every time he got close to success, he sabotaged it. He undercharged clients. He avoided investing. He wasted chances. Not because he was lazy, but because his belief said, if I get rich, I become bad. Until one day he asked, where did this belief come from? Is it even mine? That question changed his life. Because the moment you question a belief, you take away its power. Your turn to question. Take a deep breath. Ask yourself, what do I believe about money? About love? About myself? Do I believe I am not good enough? I cannot change. Life is hard. Where did those beliefs come from? A parent? A teacher? A moment of pain? Now, ask the most important question. Does this belief still serve me? If the answer is no, then it is time to let it go. It is time to rewrite the script. How to rewrite beliefs. Step 1. Awareness. You cannot change what you do not see. Write down your beliefs. Every single one you can think of. Step 2, challenge. Ask, who gave me this belief? Is it based on truth or fear? Do I want to keep it? Step 3, replace. Choose a new belief, a stronger one that supports your growth. For example, old belief, I always fail. New belief, I am learning. Every mistake makes me wiser. Old belief, I do not deserve love. New belief, I am worthy of love, just as I am. This will feel strange at first. That is normal. Your brain is learning a new language. Be patient. Repeat it every day. Say it, write it, feel it. Over time, the new belief becomes a default. And when your beliefs change, your life changes. Why this matters. Your beliefs shape your identity. Your identity shapes your choices. Your choices shape your future. So if you want a new life, start here. Start inside. Start with belief. Because the truth is simple. You are not stuck. You are programmed. And what was programmed can be rewritten. In the next section, we will explore the power of self-awareness. Because you cannot heal what you refuse to see. You cannot change what you do not face. Stay with me. The best is coming. Section 4. The mirror of self-awareness. The truth you avoid. Why do most people never change? It is not because they cannot. It is because they will not look inside. They avoid the mirror, not the one on the wall. The mirror within, because deep down they're afraid. Afraid of what they will find. Afraid of the truths they buried. Maybe you know that fear. You keep yourself busy. You scroll. You work. You distract. Because silence feels dangerous. But here is the truth. Without self-awareness, there is no real change. You can set goals. You can work hard. You can chase success. But if you do not know yourself, you will keep running in circles. What self-awareness really means. It is not overthinking. It is not judging yourself. It is noticing. It is understanding. It is saying, I see this pattern. I see this fear. I see why I react this way. And then choosing differently. Self-awareness is power because it gives you choice. It creates space, a pause between what happens and what you do. In that pause, you become free. Why we resist it? We avoid looking inside because we fear pain. We fear finding wounds we tried to hide. We fear feeling shame. But here is what you must know. Avoidance is a bigger pain. It keeps you trapped. It keeps you small. Facing the truth hurts for a moment. Avoiding it hurts forever. A story about Elena. Elena had everything. A good job. A nice home. People admired her. But she felt empty. No joy. No peace. She thought, maybe I need another achievement. So she worked harder. She bought more. She traveled. But the emptiness stayed. One day, she stopped. She sat in silence. She started to write. At first, it felt strange. But soon the truth poured out. She saw why she felt lost. Her worth was tied to work. Her joy was tied to approval. She was living for others, not for herself. That moment changed her. Not overnight, but slowly. She made new choices. She found her voice. It started with awareness. The steps to self-awareness. Start small. Pause in your day. Ask, what am I feeling? Why am I feeling this? What story am I telling myself right now? Write it down. No judgment. No filter. Just honesty. At first, it will feel uncomfortable. Stay with it, because discomfort is a signal. It means truth is near. Why it matters. Without self-awareness, you repeat the same cycles. You choose the same toxic love, the same dead-end jobs. the same habits. You think, this is bad luck. But it is not luck. It is a lack of awareness. When you wake up to your patterns, you take your power back. You stop reacting. You start creating. Self-awareness is not a one-time event. It is a daily practice. Every day ask, what is happening inside me? Because the truth is simple. You cannot heal what you refuse to feel. You cannot change what you refuse to face. And when you finally look in the mirror, you realize something beautiful. You are not broken. You are just becoming. In the next section, we go deeper into something most people never learn: emotional intelligence, the ability to understand and manage your emotions, the language of the soul, the secret to inner peace. Stay with me. You are about to unlock the next level of growth. Section 5, Emotional Intelligence, the language of the soul. Let us be honest. Most of us were never taught how to feel. We were taught how to act, how to achieve, how to please, but not how to deal with emotions. We heard things like, stop crying, be strong, do not overreact. So we learned to hide, to numb, to pretend. But here's the truth. Your emotions are not your enemy. They are not weakness. They are signals. They are messages from your soul. What emotions really are. Emotions are like traffic lights. They tell you when to go, when to slow down, when to stop. Anger is a signal. It says, a boundary has been crossed. Sadness is a signal. It says, you have lost something that mattered. Fear is a signal. It says, be careful, prepare. But if you ignore these signals, you crash, you burn out, you break inside. Why emotional intelligence matters. Emotional intelligence, or EQ, is the skill of understanding and managing emotions, not killing them, not denying them, managing them with wisdom. It has 5 parts: self-awareness, self-regulation, motivation, empathy, social skills. When you have emotional intelligence, you do not get controlled by feelings. You do not explode in anger. You do not drown in fear. You pause. You understand. You choose your response. The cost of ignoring emotions. When you suppress emotions, they do not disappear. They hide, and then they leak out. Unfelt sadness becomes numbness. Unspoken anger becomes bitterness. Unseen fear becomes anxiety. And these leaks destroy lives. They ruin health. They break relationships. They stop success. Julian's story. Julian thought he had an anger problem. He yelled at work. He fought at home. He lost friends. He told himself, I am just hot-tempered. But the truth was deeper. One day in therapy, he slowed down. He asked, why am I angry? And he discovered the truth. His anger was not anger. It was pain. It was grief. It was fear. As a child, his father left. No goodbye. No reason. Julian carried that wound for years. It hardened into anger when he faced the grief. The anger softened. For the first time, he felt free. The lesson: anger is rarely about anger. Anxiety is rarely about fear. There is always something beneath, and emotional intelligence helps you find it. Tools to build emotional intelligence. Step 1, name it. Say, I feel sad. I feel frustrated. I feel anxious. Why name it? Because naming reduces the power. Science proves it. When you name an emotion, your brain calms down. Step 2, normalize it. Tell yourself, it is okay to feel this. Feelings are not wrong. They are messages. Step 3, navigate it. Ask, what does this feeling need from me? Do I need to rest? Do I need to speak? Do I need to set a boundary? Simple practices for regulation. Breathe deeply. for seconds in, for seconds out. Repeat. This calms your nervous system. Ground yourself. Name 5 things you can see. 4 you can touch. 3 you can hear. 2 you can smell. 1 you can taste. Write it down. Put your feelings on paper. It creates space between you and the storm. Move your body. Walk. Stretch. Dance. Let the energy flow out. Why this matters for your life. When you master emotions, you master yourself. You stop reacting. You start responding. You stop living in chaos. You start living in clarity. People trust you more. Relationships deepen. Stress fades. Opportunities open. Because emotional intelligence is not soft. It is strength. It is power. Take a moment now. Ask yourself, how am I feeling right now? Name it. Breathe through it. Feel it without fear. This is how growth begins. Not by running from feelings, but by listening to them. In the next section, we go even deeper. We will talk about healing the past. Because old wounds still whisper in your mind. They shape your choices. They block your peace. It is time to silence those old voices and write a new story. Stay with me. The shift is getting stronger. Section 6. Healing the past. Rewriting your inner story. Let us be real. The past is heavy. It lives inside you, even when you think you moved on. The truth? You carry old wounds everywhere. Into your work. Into your relationships. Into your dreams. This is why you feel stuck. Why you keep repeating the same patterns. Not because you are broken, but because you are carrying pain you never faced. The weight of unhealed wounds. Maybe someone hurt you. Maybe they left without a word. Maybe they told you, you will never be enough. And you believe them. That one sentence became your identity. Now you chase love but push it away. You want success but fear failure. You smile on the outside, but inside you ache. This is not weakness. It is survival. Your mind learned to protect you, so it built walls. Walls to keep pain out. But those walls also keep love out. Keep joy out. Keep life out. Why the past still speaks. Every time something triggers you, the old wound whispers, see? Nothing has changed. You fight. You run. You shut down. Not because of what is happening now, but because of what happened then. Until you heal, the past will control your present and shape your future. The story of Ava. Ava always felt invisible. As a child, no one listened. Her feelings were ignored. Her dreams were mocked. She learned to stay quiet, to make herself small, so people would not reject her. As an adult, she did the same. At work, she stayed silent in meetings. In love, she chose people who ignored her needs. One day, she realized the problem was not the world. The problem was the old wound. She started inner child work. She wrote letters to her younger self. She said, I see you. I hear you. You matter. Every day, she gave herself the love she never got. It felt strange at first, but slowly she healed. Now Ava speaks up. She takes space. She knows her worth. Why? Because she faced her past and rewrote her story. How to heal. Step 1, acknowledge. Say, yes, this happened. Do not deny it. Do not minimize it. Step 2, feel. Cry if you need to. Scream if you need to. Feel the pain you buried. Because what you do not feel, you cannot heal. Step 3, forgive, not for them, for you. Forgiveness does not mean forgetting. It means freeing yourself from the chain. Step 4, rewrite. Ask, what do I want to believe now? Old story, I am unworthy. New story, I am enough. Always. Powerful practice. Find a photo of your younger self. Look at it. Say out loud, I am here for you. I love you. I will never leave you. Do this every day, because a child inside you still lives, and they are waiting for your love. Why this matters. When you heal, you break cycles. You stop carrying pain into tomorrow. You start living free. Healing is not easy. It is not quick, but it is worth it, because you deserve a life that is not ruled by the past. You deserve peace. You deserve joy. Take a deep breath. Whisper this. My past does not define me. My future is mine to create. And in the next section, we will talk about something powerful. Habits, the small things that create big change. Because mindset opens a door, but habits build the path. Stay with me. Your new story is being written. Section 7. The Science of Habits, Building Lasting Change. We all want change. We all want better health, more focus, more success. But here is the truth. Big change does not happen in big steps. It happens in small steps. Tiny habits, repeated every day. Habits are the building blocks of your future. Your success, your failure, your peace, your stress. All of it comes from habits. So why do most people fail? They set goals. They start strong. Then they quit. Why? Why habits fail? It is not because people are weak. It is not because they have no willpower. It is because they use the wrong strategy. They focus on goals, not systems. A goal says, I want to lose 20 pounds. But what happens when you lose it? Most people go back to old habits, and the weight returns. Goals are good for direction, but systems keep you moving. Systems make success automatic. The real secret, identity. Here is what most people never hear. Your habits do not just come from what you want. They come from who you believe you are. If you say, I want to quit smoking, but inside you believe, I am a smoker, you will always go back, because behavior follows identity. So the real question is not, what do I want to achieve? The real question is, who do I want to become? When you shift identity, habits stick. When you see yourself as an athlete, you move differently. When you see yourself as a reader, you pick up books without force. Identity first, habits second. A story about Amir. Amir wanted to stop late-night binge eating. Every night, he told himself, no snacks tonight. Every night, he failed. He felt weak. He thought, I have no discipline. One day, a coach told him the truth. It is not about willpower. It is about systems. So Amir made a plan. First, he changed his identity. He said, I am a healthy person. I take care of my body. Next, he changed his environment. He stopped buying junk food. He filled his kitchen with fruit, nuts, and water. Then he created a rule. If he felt like eating late, he would first drink water, then wait 10 minutes. At first, it felt hard, but slowly it became normal. Weeks later, the late-night binges stopped. Why? Because Amir did not rely on willpower. He built systems, and he shifted identity. Systems over willpower. Willpower is like a battery. It runs out. You cannot depend on it. But systems are like autopilot. They guide you without thinking. Here are simple steps to build systems. Step 1, make it easy. Start small. Too small to fail. Want to read daily? Start with 1 page. Want to exercise? Start with 5 minutes. Step 2, make it obvious. Keep the book on your pillow. Put workout clothes where you can see them. Step 3, make it attractive. Pair it with something you enjoy. Listen to music while you work out. Drink your favorite tea while reading. Step 4, make it satisfying. Track your progress. Celebrate small wins. Say, yes, I showed up today. The 2-minute rule. Every habit should take less than 2 minutes to start. Open the book. Put on shoes. Fill the water bottle. Because starting is everything. Once you start, momentum grows. Habit stacking. Attach a new habit to an old one. Example, after I brush my teeth, I will meditate for 1 minute. Or, after I drink coffee, I will write 1 sentence. Old habits act as anchors. They make new habits stick. Why this works? Because habits are not about big change. They are about tiny, repeated action. Over time, tiny becomes huge. 1% better each day means massive change in a year. Reflection for you. Ask yourself, what identity do I want? Who do I want to become? Then write this. I am the type of person who... Example, I am the type of person who moves daily. I am the type of person who keeps promises to myself. Say it daily. Live it daily. Because when identity changes, habits follow. And when habits change, life changes. In the next section, we go even deeper. We will talk about emotional mastery, how to stay calm, how to stay strong. No matter what life throws at you, stay with me. The shift is almost complete. Section 8, Emotional Mastery, Becoming Unshakable. Life will test you. There is no doubt. Plans will break. People will disappoint. Storms will come. You cannot control life, but you can control how you respond. That is emotional mastery. It does not mean you never feel. It means feelings do not control you. It means you stay calm, even when the world shakes. Why this matters? Most people live on autopilot. Something bad happens. They explode. They shut down. They run. This reaction costs everything. It ruins trust. It breaks love. It destroys peace. Emotional mastery gives you power, not over life, but over yourself. The 3 truths about emotions. First truth, feelings are not facts. They are signals. They do not define you. Second truth, emotions pass. Even the strongest wave fades. Third truth, you have a choice. Always, the power of the pause. When something triggers you, pause. Take a breath. Create space between what happened and what you do next. That pause changes everything. It turns reaction into response. It turns chaos into clarity. A story about Simone. Simone was always reactive. One text could ruin her day. One comment could start a fight. At work, stress made her snap. At home, small things turned into big wars. One day, a mentor told her, you cannot control others, but you can control you. So Simone practiced a pause. When anger rose, she stopped. She breathed. She asked, what do I really want here? She started journaling after hard days. She wrote her triggers, her feelings, her choices. Weeks later, her life felt different, not because the world changed, but because she changed. Tools for emotional mastery. Step 1, name the feeling. Say it out loud. I feel angry. I feel scared. Naming brings clarity. Clarity brings calm. Step 2, breathe. For seconds in, for seconds out. Repeat until the storm softens. Step 3, ask the question. What story am I telling myself? Is it true? Is there another way to see this? Step 4, respond, not react. Choose words that build, not words that break. Regulation practices. Grounding. Feel your feet on the floor. Say, I am safe. I am here. Movement. Take a walk. Move the energy out. Writing. Put your thoughts on paper. Release them from your head. The real secret. Emotional mastery is not about being cold. It is not about shutting down. It is about balance. It is about feeling deeply and still staying steady. When you master emotions, you win twice. You protect your peace, and you lead others by example. Reflection for you. Ask, when do I lose control? What triggers me the most? What can I do differently next time? Write your answers, because awareness is step one. Emotional mastery is a skill. It takes time. It takes practice. But every time you pause instead of react, you grow stronger. In the next section, we move to the core of all change, identity, because who you believe you are shapes every choice you make. Stay with me. The final shift is coming. Section 9, Identity Shift, becoming the author of your story. This is the heart of transformation. Identity. Your habits matter. Your thoughts matter. But your identity, it decides everything. Because you always act like the person you believe you are. Always. If you believe, I am lazy, you will find proof. You will avoid effort. If you believe, I am strong, you will rise again and again. Identity is not just a label. It is your core story. The story you tell yourself every day. And stories shape lives. The power of story. Think about it. You have a story about who you are. It started long ago. Maybe someone said, you are shy, and now you hide your voice. Maybe someone said, you are bad at school, and now you doubt your mind. These words became scripts. Scripts became identity, and identity became destiny. But here is the truth. Stories are not fixed. They can change. You can write a new one. The old story trap. Most people never question their story. They live like it is law. They say, this is who I am. But is it? Or is it who you learn to be? If your old story is full of fear, full of limits, it is time to let it go. Because your future cannot grow if it is tied to your past identity. How to shift identity. Step 1, awareness. Ask, what is the story I tell myself? Write it down. Say it out loud. Maybe it sounds like this. I am always anxious. I cannot trust anyone. I am unlucky. Step 2, question it. Is the story true, or is it just familiar? Step 3, choose a new story, not a fantasy. A story that reflects who you want to become. Example, old story, I am not confident. New story, I am learning to speak with courage. Notice the difference. The first story traps you. The second moves you forward. The role of identity in habits. Your identity drives your actions. If you say, I want to run, but deep inside you believe, I am not an athlete, you will quit. But if you say, I am an athlete, your choices change. You run because it is who you are. Identity first. Habit second. A quick exercise. Say this out loud. I am the author of my story. Feel it. Own it. Now ask, what story do I want to write from today? Not tomorrow. Today. Write one sentence that defines your new identity. Start with, I am the type of person who... Example, I am the type of person who keeps promises to myself. I am the type of person who speaks my truth. Repeat this daily, because repetition rewires identity. And when identity shifts, everything shifts. A story about Lila. Lila always said, I am unlucky in love. She believed it, so she chose partners who hurt her. She stayed in pain. One day, she realized it was not fate, it was identity. So she changed it. Her new story. I am worthy of healthy love. At first, it felt fake, but she repeated it. She started acting like it was true. She set boundaries. She walked away from toxic people. Months later, she met someone kind, someone who valued her. Why? Because she valued herself first. Identity changed. Life changed. The takeaway: you are not your past. You are not your pain. You are the author. So write a new chapter. Write a bold one. Write one that makes you proud. Because when you shift identity, you do not just change habits. You change destiny. In the next and final section, we bring everything together. Your future self, the life you are ready to live, the world you can create with your new mind. Stay with me. The ending is powerful. Section 10. The future self, living your shifted life. Close your eyes for a moment. Imagine a life where you feel free. No fear. No limits. Just peace. Just purpose. That life is possible. It is waiting for you. Not in 10 years. Not someday. Now. Everything you have learned so far. Mindset, beliefs, awareness, emotions, habits, identity. It all leads here. To your future self. Who is your future self? Your future self is not a stranger. It is you. The you who chooses courage over fear. The you who speaks truth. The you who walks in confidence. But here is the key. Your future self will not come by accident. It comes by design. Your design. Every choice you make today is a vote for who you become tomorrow. So ask yourself now, who do I want to be? Not what. Who? Do you want to be strong? Do you want to be free? Do you want to be loving, calm, unshakable? Then start today. Start with one small act. One tiny choice that matches your future self. The power of daily shifts. The big life you want is built by small, quiet steps. By the book you read tonight. By the words you speak tomorrow. By the habit you keep this week. Do not wait for a perfect moment. It will never come. The perfect time is now. Your future self exercise. Take a deep breath. Imagine your future self standing in front of you. See them. Strong, calm, confident, free. Now ask them, what did you do to get here? Listen to the answer. Write it down. That is your next step. Because the gap between you and that future is not as big as you think. It is only a few choices away. A quick visualization. Picture yourself waking up tomorrow. You feel light. You feel focused. You smile because you trust yourself. You walk into your day with calm power. You speak with clarity. You move with confidence. You love without fear. That person is not a dream. It is you. And the only thing between you and that life is a decision to act now. The final truth. Your mind is the key. Your thoughts are the door, and you hold the handle. Do not wait for someone to open it for you. Do not wait for luck. Do not wait for permission. You are ready. You are capable. You are enough. So choose. Shift your mind. Change your life. Start today. Start now. A strong call to action. If this message touched your heart, like this video, share it with someone who needs it, and comment below, I choose my future self. Subscribe for more life-changing insights, because your journey does not end here. This is only the beginning. Thank you for watching. And remember this, you are not broken. You are becoming, and your best chapter is still waiting to be written. Thank you for staying until the end. You made it through all 10 sections. That means something powerful. It means you are ready for change. Remember what we learned today. Your mind is the key. Your beliefs shape your life. Self-awareness is power. Emotions are signals, not enemies. Habits create your future. Identity drives everything. And your future self is waiting. You do not need to be perfect. You do not need to do it all at once. You just need to start. Start small. Start today, because every choice is a vote for your future, and every day is a new chance to rise. If this video inspired you, like it right now, share it with someone who needs this message, and tell me in the comments, I choose to shift. Subscribe for more powerful insights, because this is not the end. It is just the beginning of your new life. Thank you for watching. Stay strong, stay hopeful, and never forget, you are not broken. You are becoming, and the best version of you is closer than you think.